With the recent news that President Trump would be ending DACA, there are many people who have no idea what DACA is in the first place. So let's catch you up to speed with a little bit of history. According to Department of Homeland Security numbers, the Obama administration between 2009 and 2015 deported 2.5 million people, more than any other administration in United States history. Having reached a record number of deportations, the Obama administration and the Department of Homeland Security reached the realization that 1, our government did not have the resources to continue deporting people at such an alarming pace, and 2, deportations destroy families and can be very inhumane. As for resources, the deportation process is very expensive and time-consuming. Our due process laws afford immigrants in certain situations the opportunity to appear before an immigration judge to determine whether they should be deported. Immigration police officers, government attorneys, judges, administrative staff, and detention facilities are all necessary pieces involved in deporting people from the United States. As such, there is a limitation on the number of deportations that can be processed at any given time. On the humanitarian side of things, deportations are very destructive for families. Imagine the breadwinner being removed from the household, no longer being able to contribute financially to one's family. You can also imagine the psychological and emotional trauma that results from having a family member suddenly ripped from the household or a relationship torn apart. Deportations create economic disaster for families and also has other negative ripple effects such as depression amongst children who miss their parents and poor performance in school. The combination of these factors led to the increased exercise of something called prosecutorial discretion. Under prosecutorial discretion, immigration officers could decide whether or not to arrest an immigrant, whether to detain one, or whether to place him in deportation proceedings. Once a person was in deportation proceedings, the government attorneys could exercise prosecutorial discretion to administratively close the case, thereby avoiding ripping the family apart and cutting government costs. Immigration officials divided people into low priority and high priority categories. Low priority individuals were those who had been in the country a long time, had no criminal history, had significant family ties in the United States, posed no threat to national security, and were employed. In other words, these were people who, but for their unlawful entry into the United States, would probably be model citizens. On the other hand, high priority individuals were those who had committed crimes, especially violent and drug-related crimes, may not have been living here a long time, were considered a danger to the community, had numerous immigration violations, and etc. ICE focused their attention on these individuals, naming them enforcement priorities. The DREAM Act bill was considered by Congress in 2007. This bill would have provided a pathway to permanent residency for unauthorized immigrants brought to the United States meeting certain qualifications. The nickname Dreamers is associated with this bill. Unfortunately, Congress failed to get the DREAM Act passed in both 2007 and 2011. Congress's failure to get the DREAM Act passed is what is cited as what led to the creation of DACA. On June 15, 2012, President Obama announced a new policy. DACA allows certain immigrants to avoid deportation and obtain work permits for a period of 2 years renewable upon good behavior. To be eligible, immigrants had to have entered the United States before their 16th birthday and prior to June 2007, be currently in school, a high school graduate, or be honorably discharged from the military, be under the age of 31 as of June 15, 2012, and not have been convicted of a felony, significant misdemeanor, or 3 other misdemeanors, or otherwise pose a threat to national security. The program did not provide lawful status or a path to citizenship, nor did it provide eligibility for federal welfare. DACA was essentially another policy under the umbrella of prosecutorial discretion. The program yielded amazing results. Studies have revealed that there are no reasons to believe that DACA had a major adverse impact on American citizens. In fact, some economists have said that DACA benefited the overall U.S. economy. Nearly all economists reject Attorney General Jeff Sessions' claim that DACA denied jobs to hundreds of thousands of Americans by allowing those same jobs to go to illegal aliens. On Tuesday, September 5th, 2017, the Attorney General announced that DACA would be rescinded. This news has left many upset, worried, and in fear of what may happen next. A number of states and the University of California filed lawsuits against the Trump administration just days after the announcement. We at Kersey Law stand behind our dreamers. We've had the pleasure of assisting many fine young individuals with their applications and are hopeful Congress is able to get something passed allowing our young immigrant brothers and sisters to live, go to school, and work in the United States. We'll keep you posted on this issue as it continues to develop. I hope this video has been informative. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time.